This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here today with a very, very old friend from Edinburgh, Scotland, Chef Phil White. Phil, along with his partner Rachel Chisholm, runs Leftfield, a small bistro, neighbourhood bistro up on Barclay Terrace in Edinburgh. Phil and I go back a long way, but it's really good to see you through the wonders of technology. How are you today, Phil?
Really good, yeah, really good. Another busy day.
Now, you have been extremely busy since all of this pandemic came into play. Please explain how you dealt with COVID-19 at your establishment. And then can we talk about how the restaurant has evolved to where it is today, dealing with social distancing and all of that nonsense?
Well, we in Scotland we had lockdown on March the 15th, I think it was, and it was just it was everything just pulled out
Right.
from beneath us. It was devastating. We didn't know what we were going to do that weekend. We were going, oh, are we going to? So we just shut for a week, gathered our thoughts. That week ended up being 2 weeks, and then we luckily we had some really great weather, and we were sitting in the back garden, and we were thinking, what would you want to eat right now? You know, at home, sitting in the back garden, nice bottle of white wine, and we thought, let's do seafood platters. So we did these huge seafood platters. Scotland being one of the best places on the planet for seafood, obviously Canada's a close second. And then we did that, and the uptake on it was phenomenal. I was like lucky. I thought we were going to sell 10 or something like that, and then it just exploded. And we had a pay it forward vouchers. We did the whole thing as well. That took off. People were really, really kind and generous. It was fantastic. The support that we got, everything like that. So we went straight into the seafood platters, expecting it to not last very long. We were only expecting it to last like a month or something like that. And we were only expecting lockdown to be three months at most, and now it's gone on for longer. And it's just crazy. Really busy. The supply chain was vanished. So that weekend we decided to do the seafood platters. It was a big panic because a lot of people wanted them, and I had to zoom into Edinburgh really quickly to go and visit all my suppliers and tell them we need to get moving on this.
Right. Okay.
And they did. Yeah, they stepped up to it as well, and it was great. It was really good.
I've been receiving your emails, and I have to say I've been astonished. My mouth was watering looking at all these different seafood platters because you've been attaching themes to them, haven't you? Could you give me an example of one of the seafood platters that you would be producing for your customers?
So we thought, like, to add a bit of a twist on it as well, we thought because no one's going away on holiday, we would do a themed seafood platter, a holiday destination. So we did a Galician one, northern Spain. We did Provence. We did Greece, and we did a Cajun one as well. Yeah. We did a Mexican one.
Yeah.
And people loved it. Absolutely loved it. And we're off to Thailand this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So how much does one of these platters cost?
They're £60, which is for what you get is quite reasonable, I think, because our overheads have dropped quite considerably as well. We only work on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday now.
Right.
So all our overheads have gone. Most of our staff have left as well. They left naturally. They've all graduated, and the two girls that we had, they graduated university, so they've gone on to finish to get jobs in their career, their chosen career and stuff. And it's been it's been good. Yeah, sort of.
And,
Yeah.
and just not to dwell too much on the platters, it was just I was kind of obsessed with these emails I was getting from you because they looked so great. Give us an example of what somebody would get for that amount of money.
So you get a whole lobster, which gets split, and then you get a topping on that as well. Oysters, West Coast oysters, usually from the Isle of Gia. Mussels from Shetland, a squid, and we did octopus as well, all from the West Coast.
Lovely.
And what else? We work very closely with a guy called Tim James at Skipness Smokehouse, and he does hot smoked salmon and smoked salmon as well.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, it's really good. Good stuff. Award winning.
I'm glad that you found a way to pivot given the circumstances. How are other restaurants faring? I mean, over here, I'm absolutely terrified about the future of restaurants because with social distancing in place, you know how important your square footage is and what you actually do with that square footage. And if you're using these rulings that we have regarding social distancing within restaurants, it doesn't make any sense for some of them to open their doors because they're just simply, unless they're charging 4 times the amount, I don't understand how they can continue to exist.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we've diversified in 3 different ways now. So we've got the restaurant, which we now opened up to bookings. So we are doing 1 large table.
Okay.
Which we're allowed to do, and that's from 3 different households at the moment.
Ah, right. Okay.
So 3 different households, 1 large table. I think there's a maximum of 8 people. So we do 2 sittings of that, which brings us back to our normal amount of covers that we were doing before then. And then we knocked down a wall on the side of the restaurant as well, and we built an ice cream shop.
Nice.
On the side. And then we're doing all the takeaway stuff as well. So it's all about flexibility and moving quickly as well. You got to move quick on these things. There's no mucking about. Yeah, I mean, it's like a game of speed chess at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like one move, and it's like you're all countering the move. At the moment, it feels like we're a little bit on the defensive.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's going on or what's going to happen next.
Exactly.
So,
Without mentioning any names, how are other restaurants faring in your neighbourhood or across the city, actually?
Not that great, really. I mean, it's all very well having the big chains and things like that. They've got the financial backing. But I think a lot of the independents are going to start going now. I've seen a few going already.
Right.
The Tower restaurants closed its doors for good.
I saw that. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that was a great little place as well. Tom Kitchen's place over the road is shut until next March.
Right.
Yeah, there's quite a few that have closed their doors permanently now.
And for those people watching this over in Canada, what sort of stage of the easing are you at right now in Scotland?
I'm not exactly sure.
Right,
to be honest. It's like I think we're on. I get confused with the stages, like,
right.
And yeah, I think we're on stage 3 or something like that. I'd have to check on that. I'm not sure. Right. So we can have households meeting up together in one place indoors. I think it's 3 households, maximum of 8 people at the moment. But do you want to let loads of people in, all it takes is one person to come in
Exactly.
who's not well. He's going to close your restaurant. He's going to close everything down. It's like Russian roulette at the moment.
Yeah,
It really is.
it
I'm
does.
not sure.
It does worry me quite a lot and cause me quite a lot of serious anxiety about the easing of the lockdown for economic reasons. When the virus is still out there, right, and still killing people. I mean, you see that cluster of cases up in Aberdeen where they all apparently came from one pub, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
And
my daughter works in a pub in Aberdeen.
really,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Eldest daughter works in the pub in Aberdeen. Luckily, they closed. They decided to close 2 days before the official lockdown.
right,
They could see it coming. I think a lot of cities can see it coming.
right, right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of time, I think, before we get a second lockdown.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Which will be hard, much harder to enforce as well, right? Because people right now in Canada, a lot of people are treating where we are right now as if, yes, we've won this thing, we've won, we've vanished, we've vanquished this virus, which we've not at all.
No, no, we haven't. I think over in this country, it's more of a tiredness of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like
Lockdown fatigue.
yeah, lockdown
Yeah,
fatigue. It's gone for so long. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm all right. It's gone on for this long. I'm okay, so I'm not going to bother with it.
right,
But
right.
you
How
know,
satisfied have you been with the Scottish government and actually the UK as a whole, how they've been managing the pandemic?
Scottish government have been fantastic.
Okay.
Very clear. Um, the do's and don'ts, what we can and can't do. And I have to say, Edinburgh Council have been really good as well,
Oh, really?
with them allowing us pretty much free reign of what we, at the beginning, it was pretty much free reign of like flexibility. What we could do off sales with alcohol and things like that. And we could do, at the moment, the street furniture thing is not a problem. With the Edinburgh City Council, it was a huge problem before,
Yes, yeah, yeah.
but now it's really flexible. So
Do you
they've been
wonder
really good.
if now the genie's out the bottle with that, they'll allow more of it, or do you think that's something they will rescind and take back in?
I think so. They'll probably rescind it later on when all the pubs start reopening properly.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, they
So,
will.
apart from the business side of things, how did the lockdown affect you personally, Rachel and yourself?
It was really stressful,
Mm-hmm.
um, and very, very busy because it was only the two of us that were working as
Of
well.
course, yeah.
Yeah, so we sort of minimised our sort of staff contact and things like that. And yeah, it was. I mean, we're a great team and that, and we just pulled it together. And Rachel's brilliant, organising all the social media
Mm-hmm.
and all the emails and all the orders, and then passes them on to me, and then I have a look at them and go, "Oh my god."
Yeah, but it is good to be busy, especially in times like now, right? So it's
I think we've been very lucky, very fortunate that we have been busy.
mhm.
Yeah,
Good, good.
and we are super grateful to all our customers.
And I always try and look for a silver lining in all of this darkness that's going around right now. What has been the most valuable lesson that you've learned? Something that has heartened you, or something that you've learned about yourself or your family during these difficult times?
Well, that's a tough one, guys, because it has been quite busy. I've not really thought about
Right.
any of that. It's the pressure's been on, um, but we the whole family has really pulled together. Um, the eldest daughter was back here for a wee while as well, and the young one as well. I'm saying that the eldest daughter is 20 and the youngest is 18.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a great sort of family. It's like it brought the family business really close together.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, we work together. There's not been many arguments.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well and that you're all of you are safe and healthy. Thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. Perhaps we'll check in with you 6 months down the line and see where everything's at. So you stay safe over there, and we'll speak to you soon.
you too as well. Thank you very much, Jamie.
Bye for
Cheers.
now.